Hello, gorgeous ladies of de l'anglais, votre meilleur bagage community. Andréane Duquette coming live for day 5. Today is the last Facebook Live. Today is the last day. Today is the last call, and I'm excited to come live today to talk to you a little bit more about why did I speak English the whole week. And so this week is the big reveal week for the brand new 6-month program, Foundation and Refinement. If today is the first Facebook Live that you're catching, well, you must know that there are 4 more Facebook Lives to watch before to understand what's going on in this one. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Aranza. Thank you for being here. So if you are live, please say hello in the comments. If you are catching this Facebook Live in replay, well, please write hashtag replay just under here in the comments so I can say hello a little bit later. Now, I know I'm so excited as well, Isabel. Hello, Patricia. Hello, ladies. Today there's a lot that I want to communicate to you, and I have some celebrations to make with you. Hello, Madeleine. And I will be sharing different information that maybe from the last 4 Facebook Lives, I didn't take the time to explain. So therefore today I will be explaining a little bit more about it and how it works and all of that. All right. So Marie-Eve, hello. I'm so glad to see you live today. So happy Friday, everybody. Now today is the last day for the contest. So all week I had this contest going on in each Facebook Live, which was that when you're finished watching a Facebook Live, you can share it on your personal Facebook wall and write down what resonated the most for you inside the Facebook Live, and you share it on your wall like this. Copy paste the sentence and come and tell me under here, under the Facebook Live, what resonated, and tell me that you've shared it. You can tag me, Andréane Duquette, LAVMB, so that way you can have your name in the hat and potentially win the brand new 6-month program, Foundation and Refinement. So I know a lot of you have been participating, and this is so exciting because tonight I will be announcing the big winner, and this is going to happen during the Q&A and Shop With Me session on Zoom tonight at 5:30 p.m. And I will have one tomorrow as well, Saturday at 1 p.m. Now, if you are new to my universe, if you and I don't know each other personally, and that you have participated to this contest, if your name comes out of the hat, it's important for you to be on one of the two Q&As. Alors, c'est important que tu sois dans le Q&A de ce soir ou le Q&A de demain à 1h, parce qu'on ne se connaît pas encore personnellement et je veux regarder ensemble en parlant avec toi sur Zoom le fit énergétique, parce que c'est super important pour nous, cette portion-là, comme je l'ai expliqué dans le Facebook Live, dans les core concepts de l'anglais, votre meilleur bagage, et de Foundation and Refinement. So that's something that's really important. Now, if the person that her name comes out of the hat, if she's not there neither on Friday or Saturday, I will pick a new name out of the hat. And then some of you have been participating to each live, and there's this one again today. Now I have to say that I'll finish my sentence. I'm so excited. I'll finish my sentence. So if you have participated to all the Facebook Lives, then you have 5 chances in total to win the brand new 6-month program. All right. And so today I will be collecting names until 4 p.m. After that, it's finished. It's done. It's over. I will be putting all the names in the hat, and then I will do the draw tonight during the Q&A of 5:30 p.m. Good. So I just wanted to be clear for everybody. So at 4 p.m. it finishes, because then I need to prepare myself for the Q&A and write down all the names by hand as well and put them in the hat. Cool. Hello, Patricia, Marie-Pierre, Hélène, Manon. It's always a pleasure as well to see you here. Hello, hello. So this is what I wanted to mention about the contest. Now, before I go any further, I want to take the time to congratulate Madeleine, Michel, Jeannette et Florence qui embarquent officiellement dans le brand new Foundation and Refinement. So congratulations, ladies. We are so proud of you for choosing yourselves. We are so proud of you for stepping first, for believing in your desires, in your dreams. It is so important for us to celebrate you right here, right now. So congratulations. I know you are watching the Facebook Lives this week, so you're probably going to catch this one as well. It's very exciting to welcome you and to have you embarking this amazing adventure with this brand new frequency of foundation and refinement. So if you want girls to congratulate them in the comments, they will be able to see that as well. And so it was really important for me to mention that, because it all happened. And yeah, so today, I'm going to start telling you a little bit more, essentially, what's the Q&A, what's the Shop With Me session, how does it work if you want to register, because you're probably wondering, wait a minute, how did they register already, right? So this week, because of the big reveal week, there are special prices. So I have a limited offer until tomorrow, 6 p.m. OK, c'est la semaine du big reveal. Il y a plein de surprises, il y a plein de magie, puis c'est une semaine qui est vraiment différente, vraiment extraordinaire dans tous les sens du terme. Donc, il y a des spéciaux, il y a des discounts, all right? So, the limited offer finishes tomorrow at 6 p.m. And depending on your choice, you may have a discount of $600. You may have a discount of $1,500. So if you want to register to the brand new Foundation and Refinement, you can ask me for the link in my DMs. DM, ça veut dire direct message, un message direct. Je fais ça comme si je plongeais direct, avec mon messenger de Andréane Duquette et LAVMB. So this is a way of doing it. Now, if I did not respond to all the questions that you might have throughout the last Facebook Lives, well, tonight's Q&A is for that. OK? Le Q&A de ce soir, il va servir à venir répondre aux dernières questions que tu peux peut-être avoir. Et donc, essentiellement, the reason why it's called Q&A and Shop With Me session, en fait, c'est un peu comme une séance de magasinage. Je t'invite dans ma maison, tu t'en viens chez nous, on va connecter ensemble. We're going to talk. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to maybe have some questions for you. It's just going to be a beautiful moment live together so that we can talk to each other face to face. All right. So it's really like I'm inviting you to come to my house tonight, 5:30. Okay. So that's the vibe. And so any questions that maybe I forgot to respond somehow that you might have, then of course you come. And in order to participate to the Q&As tonight and tomorrow, please send me your email address in my DMs. Again, messenger, direct message. In my DMs, Andréane Duquette et LAVMB. Tu m'envoies ton adresse courriel, je vais pouvoir te faire l'invitation avec le lien Zoom à l'intérieur pour qu'on se revoie dans le Q&A. So, hello Danielle, hello Annie, Melissa, so happy to see you, Nathalie, that's nice. So, that's what the Q&A is all about. Pour les filles de Foundation and Refinement qui sont déjà dans la formation, c'est pas un Q&A. Je sais qu'il y en a qui m'ont posé la question, fait que je le dis tout le monde en même temps si vous écoutez en ce moment. C'est pas un Q&A comme le vendredi midi à l'intérieur de la formation. Là, c'est vraiment un Q&A comme je t'invite à la maison, on vient faire une séance de magasinage à la maison chez Andréane, OK? So it's two different things. So just to make it very clear, because I had the question and I thought that it was useful and relevant to tell everybody at the same time. So that's super important to send your email address if you want to participate. And at the same time, if you want to win the contest, if your name comes up and you and I don't know each other, then it will be very, very important that you are there at the Q&A so that I know that you're all in. You're all in for this beautiful adventure, so I'm excited. Hello, Véronique, Candy, hello. So I wanted to remind you these things, and you can still participate to the contest until 4 p.m. Good? So now I want to explain. Why did I speak English throughout the whole week, throughout all my Facebook Lives this week? And essentially, I've been speaking English because the program of Foundation and Refinement is a program that that we allow ladies in there who are advanced beginner, alors débutante avancée, on peut dire débutante 3, on peut dire pré-intermédiaire aussi, and intermediate. Okay, so there is a certain amount of oral comprehension and being able to speak English. Like there's a level that we need in order to go in there and to be admitted in there and being selected in there. Hello, Sabrina, Karine, Fanny. So that's one of the reasons why I've been speaking English this week, because it's important for me that you understand me while I speak English. It's important that you have like minimum 75% of oral comprehension, okay? I know it's so different when I'm speaking, when someone from England is speaking on the TV, or someone from the south of United States is speaking, someone from Ontario, so someone from Vancouver. Everybody has different accents. I get it, I know. But just in general, when you're listening to English, when you're watching TV in English, like what is your percentage of comprehension? So that's something that we always look at together in order to make sure that you're not going to be frustrated, you're going to have fun. You see the difference between the two energies there? If you're frustrated because you don't understand anything, then you're not going to have fun. So this is really important, and that's one of the reasons why I've been speaking English. Another thing is that if you're understanding me to this level, then most likely you have vocabulary, most likely you can make short sentences, you can hold a conversation, even though it's not a super fast conversation, you are able to hold a conversation which you understand questions, you can ask questions, and you can have a little bit of a ha moment, you know, in a conversation where it's not like, I don't speak English, don't look at me, you know, like when you just don't want to talk to anybody in English, you know, you can make sentences, but when comes the time, you want to run away, right? So those are two different levels, you know, not only in English, but levels of confidence as well. So it was important for me to express myself in English and for you to also feel me in English, because inside the program, I speak English. Yes, it is true that with my method, I will be speaking French in some moments just to explain grammar rules, because once again, like I said the other day, it's important for me that you click quickly on the grammar rules and we don't spend time talking about grammar, but we spend time about conversations and connecting together, because that's the most important and that's what we want, connecting. And it's always connection over perfection. So the more you will click on those grammar rules, the more you will be able to implement them inside your speech, right? Right now, maybe some of you are thinking, well, after what she said, I don't know if I'm good enough. La fameuse question. Est-ce que je suis assez bonne? I want you to know, this is something I've explained already in the core concept in the other Facebook Live. I want you to remember that with l'anglais, votre meilleur bagage, inside the Foundation and Refinement program, we create a safe environment, a non-judgmental environment. The ladies who are in there, they have gone through what you're going through. I have gone through what you're going through. Elles sont passées par là aussi. Les femmes que tu vas rencontrer à l'intérieur de la communauté, they're not going to laugh at you. They know what it is to be in your spot right now. Because essentially the way it is that sometimes you will be with ladies who are 1 month away from finishing, and then you'll be with ladies who are starting and vice versa. But if you're starting and you think, oh my gosh, they're so much better than me, well, it's normal They are at module 5 and 6. They have done the whole program until there. Of course, they are better than you in some ways. They are a lot further in the program, you know? Now, if you admire the way they speak now, being in module 5 and 6, then it gives you an example of how good you're going to be in 5-6 months. And they know, they understand, they know the feeling that you're having, feeling this way, feeling maybe not as good as them, because they were there at some point 6 months ago, starting on day 1. There is a day 1 for everybody. So don't worry about that. Now, if you're worried about slowing down the group because you're less fast, remember, it's the same thing. You are here for yourself. These girls, they've been through that same path. They can show you the way. We can show you the way. There's no such a thing as slowing down. No, it is a safe space to make mistakes, to try, to dare, to laugh, to connect. All right? And if you are worrying right now, well, what if I start this program and it doesn't work again? Well, today, right now, 12:47. You still have all day, all night today to go and listen to the podcast episodes. I made 35 podcast episodes for you ladies. You just go ahead and navigate through them. I recommend episode 25, which is Comment démêler les ing en anglais. That's a great way to experience the method and just see if it clicks for you. We have a page of testimonials. We have ladies who have left reviews by videos after they finished their foundation refinement program. If you want the link of the testimonial page, just ask me in the comment and tag me to make sure I see it at Andréane Duquette, LAVMB. I will send you the link so you can just take the time to listen to the podcast episodes. Does this resonate with me? Do I like the way she explains, the way she speaks, the way she makes the links between French and English? Does it click for me? Does it resonate for me? You have all day, all night, even all day tomorrow, because the limited offer finishes at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So you have time. Take the time. Listen to the podcast episodes. If you want the link of episode 25, again, ask me in the comment. I will look after today's Facebook Live and I will send you the link. My pleasure. Another episode that's quite amazing, and there's also a video version on YouTube of that one. It's episode 33. It's called Les 3 trucs majeurs pour comprendre le present perfect en anglais. So you can go ahead and watch that episode as well. It's a good one. I love it. I'm really proud of it because of the feedback that I've got from it, because of how I felt about telling you all of these tricks as well. I'm just, yeah, you will get it. So take the time and do that, all right? I want you to know and to remember that it's valid to have fears. However, what is the most important for you is your big why. I want you to focus on what you want to create. I want you to focus on what you want to experience in your life. I want you to focus on what you want to manifest in your life. Your big why is definitely what's going to anchor you, to ground you in your life, in your experience with us. That's what's the most important. So every time a fear comes up, think about your big why. It's like on Monday when I said I had fears coming up, but my calling was so much stronger. I allowed my calling to win the fight. I said stop to the fears, I put them aside. Well, it's the same thing for your big why. Your big why is a lot more important than all the other things that might come and try to blur the vision towards your big why. We have a client, before she joined Foundation and Refinement, she had the project to become a volunteer for the Paris Olympics. the Summer Olympics. And so she told us where she was at. She told us how she was changing also career, like she had quit the job that she had. She wanted to do this project of volunteering, and then she was gonna just start her own business, and she wanted to speak English for all the future projects. Now, I don't remember how old exactly, but she's in her 50s, okay? She looks really young, so it's really hard to say her real age, but she's in her 50s, okay? She embarked the 6-month program with that intention, knowing that there was a big why. She had a specific reason why every day she did her 30 minutes of English. Because I told you, light and fun every day. 30 minutes of English every day. You have the freedom to do it whenever you want in your schedule. So every day, she was diligent and she was disciplined and she did it. And then eventually came the time she was chosen for the Paris Olympics. And she left for this beautiful adventure. And throughout the experience over there, she sent a voice message to her coach. And she said, "Oh my God, I was just told by someone that from the volunteer team, I'm the one who has the best English." And when she sent that voice message to her coach, obviously her coach came to us and she's like, "Girls, guess what?" And we were all celebrating her because we knew how important this was for her and her experience being close to these really talented athletes throughout the whole competition, throughout the whole event of the Olympics. That was something so impressive for her, and she wanted to be able to talk to them, to connect with them, whatever her role was as a volunteer. She was in the action. It's a dream come true. Imagine being a volunteer for the Olympics. That must be epic. And her dream came true, but not only it came true. She was the one who spoke the best English in the entire group. Isn't that amazing? I have another client. She came to me. I remember. She came to me. We had a Zoom call to see if we had an energetic match together. And she's my age. I'm 37. And she said, "Andréane, I just beat cancer. I'm coming out of this period of my life, and I realized that I want to live my life." Now, she's a pharmacist, and she's like a nomadic pharmacist. So sometimes she's in one city, sometimes in another city, and she was moving. And of course, when you're a pharmacist in so many different cities in the province of Quebec, well, you come across some clients, some patients. I don't know how we call them when we are a pharmacist, but anyway, I'll call them patients for now. I imagine pharmacists, doctors, it must be similar, right? So she had a lot of them who were coming to the pharmacy and they did not speak French. And so that was one of her big why at the beginning. She's like, first, I want to be able to serve my patients, my clients. Second, I just beat cancer and I realized that life is too freaking short. I want to travel. I was like, wow. I felt so touched by her story. I could not even believe everything she had been through with that cancer, also being so young. And so we started the Foundation and Refinement program. She transformed herself. It was a beautiful moment together, and she was learning so fast. She was quick, she was smart, she was beautiful. It was amazing, the connection we had. Now, after her Foundation and Refinement program, she started traveling because that was one of her big whys, right? She had two. She had work and she had traveling. And then at some point, she went on a long hike in the United States, one of the big mountains in the New York State. And she sent me a text message one night. She was at the top of the mountain and she was camping there. And she went by herself. She was doing the hike by herself, but of course when you're hiking, there's always other people in the mountain, right? You're never alone, but she was doing that by herself. And then what's amazing when you travel by yourself is that you meet people. People talk to you because you're alone, you're available. So she was at the top of that mountain and she texted me, Andrea, I'm about to go to bed. And I just had the best moment by the bonfire with 2 Americans who climbed the same mountain as me tonight. And I'm sleeping in my tent and they're sleeping over there in their tent. And now I just understood the power of my big why. She said the connection and the conversations and the laugh that we had tonight, it was an amazing moment, a moment that I will never forget. Because for her, it was the first time she experienced something like that. And you know when you're hiking, I don't know if you love mountains and hiking, but I do. And when you get to the top, there's so much dopamine and endorphin, and you're so happy, like serotonin, you know, you're happy, you're proud, like you see the view, the air is good, the connection to nature is so powerful because there's nothing else around. And it puts things in perspective when you're at the top of the mountain, right? And so she was in that vibe. And the couple, the American couple that she met at the top of the mountain, they were in that vibe. So imagine the vibe around the bonfire, tiny little bonfire at the top of the mountain. So she texted me and she said, Andrea, I just understood the depth of my big why. I don't want to just travel and see the world. I want to connect with people around the world. And if I could make the list of all the destinations that she's been to since the end of Foundation Refinement, I should probably ask her. It's amazing, all the traveling, but what's more amazing is all the people she met on the way. And she often does like different races for a cause and for cancer, the cause of cancer and all that. So it's so beautiful to see her growth on social media because she will be posting some of the races and some photos, and it touches my heart every time because I know where she was when she started. It's amazing. We have another client. She's a wine representative, okay? She's a wine rep. And when she joined the 6-month program, her dream was to be obviously working outside the province of Quebec. She wants to be working in the entire country of Canada. And she is really good at what she does in French. I mean, now in English too, but at the time she was like, I'm so good at what I do. I have so much credibility. I know my products. I know all the cépage and all the things. Even I don't know all the vocabulary for wine in English. So she was like so confident in everything she was saying and explaining as a rep whenever she was going everywhere in the province of Quebec. But she wanted to expand. Her vision was much bigger than what was her actual reality. So she told us her big why. And we were like, ooh, we like that. We like your energy. We like the drive. Because it was clear. Her big why was clear. Her big why is what kept her going day after day after day. I mean, this girl, she's a rep. She's always on the road. But she didn't find excuses. She only found solutions. So even though I recommend to watch the videos because I explain a lot of things with my hands. I'm sure you've noticed I use my hands a lot. I use my body. I teach. I'm standing when I'm teaching. You know, I'm not sitting down. And so I often say it's better to watch than just to listen. But she did both. She would listen on the road, and when she could watch, you know. So she would watch. And so it was just so beautiful to see her prioritizing her English every day, every week throughout the 6-month program, because her big why, she wanted to be the rep from Quebec City, from the province of Quebec, but known everywhere in Canada, right? So she studied with us. When she finished the 6-month program, she texted her coach and she said, oh my gosh, I just won a trip I think it was in Spain and Italy, somewhere in Europe, where obviously those are amazing places for wine. And she won the trip because she had the best result out of the entire team of representatives of the province of Quebec. So we were so excited for her because it means that what she told us about how good she is at what she does, I mean, that was another proof, that was another reward. But then next, what came after that, it was how she stood out, not only with her results, but with also all the connections she made everywhere. And so now she does get to go outside the province of Quebec, and then people in her field of work, they know who she is now in the entire country of Canada. So it's incredible, once again, the ripples that happen after throwing the rock. And so we were just so proud of her, and if she is listening, she will know that I'm talking about her. It was amazing getting those news and hearing that she won the trip to Europe. I mean, how amazing is that? So of course she sent us the photos. It was beautiful. I'm a visual person. You'll notice that I often ask for photos. I'm like, I want to see, I want to feel where you were. What did you do? And so that's important, and that's why I'm telling you all of these stories today, because these girls, they were holding their big why so close to their heart throughout the whole 6-month program. And often the big why expands, it grows, it evolves, because a lot of things happen in 6 months. 24 weeks together, it's so magical. There's so much that can happen. So the version of you, when you started at the very beginning, you had a specific big why, and that's perfect. But once you finish, maybe you make your dream come true right there, like the first client I told you about who went to the Olympics. Well, now she has another big why, because it grows, because it expands, right? It doesn't just stop there. And then, of course, when you're so confident with your English, you just want more. You hear English over there and like, oh, I think I'm going to go talk with these people. Instead of running away in the other direction, now you feel like, I want to go and talk to them. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I want to practice. So there's a big difference in the energy between starting and finishing. And your big why will most likely evolve, but we don't have to think about that now because that's going to happen naturally. But what's important when you're joining one of the intensive programs with l'anglais, votre, meilleur, bagage is to know why you're doing it. To have that seed in your heart that I want to speak English fluently because of my big why. And then what we do together, your seed in your heart, it's like a garden. C'est comme un jardin. You have to water that seed to let it bloom. And the more you water that seed, not only your English level improves, but the version of you too. And the more you water your garden, the more powerful the version of yourself becomes. Because the water, it's love, it's more knowledge, it's fun. You water it with a lot of amazing things that make you grow, that make you evolve. I was in my mentorship yesterday with my mentor, and there's a big group of us, and we all get to talk to the mentor one by one. We get about 15 minutes with her, each of us. And one of the ladies, she's in her 60s, and she was explaining to the mentor, like she's been following this mentor for years. That's what I understood from the conversation, because we don't know everybody. I mean, we're so many in there. And then she said to the mentor, I can't believe the version of myself from 2 years ago when I started with you guys, because we have like 2 mentors, and then the version of me now. She's in her 60s. Do you want to know how much she's making this year? $6 million. She was celebrating that with us. She wrote a book. Like this girl, the energy is amazing, is unbelievable. And I'm thinking, That's gonna be me when I'm 65. Because, wow, I admire her so much because she just continues growing. And do you want to know what the mentor replied? She said, you're talking about 2 years ago? She said, just think about 6 months before that. And she said, 6 months. It's unbelievable. No matter how old you are, the change and the evolution that can happen in 6 months. And from there, the sky is not even the limit, because you push away the fears and you move forward towards what you want to manifest, what you want to create, what you want to experience in this life. The best is yet to come, no matter how old you are. It's a decision. The best is yet to come. So when this lady was telling her story, and she's beautiful, the gray hair, the makeup, and I'm like, get it, girl. It's such a great example for young entrepreneurs. And it just shows and it just proves that it's a decision. You wake up in the morning and you make your choices. So I found that so inspiring. And this girl, of course, she keeps watering her garden. And then there must be a lot of seeds that are blooming in there and that are beautiful. The flowers, the vegetables, everything, right? Probably trees by now. Hello, Nathalie. Hello, Marie-Pierre, Melissa, Dominique. Hi, ladies. I'm so glad to see you live. So that's really important for me to explain these things, because I want you to like open up. Like open your mind and just see, like sometimes we're surrounded by our people and we see what we see, but I want you to know that sometimes when you go just a little bit further, you see other realities, you hear other stories that you're like, wow, this could be me. If she can, I can. We inspire one another, and that's how we elevate ourselves together. And so the big why is something really important, because not only it helps you stay disciplined, it helps you have a direction and you know where you're going. It always helps when you know where you're going, right? But also the big why, essentially, it's another way of connecting to yourself deeply. And when you are connected to yourself deeply and to your desires, then you also start noticing your thoughts that are changing. Because the thoughts that we have, it shapes our reality. That's why I was telling you about manifestation and gratitudes. So important. The more grateful you are, the more gratitude shapes your reality. And so that's what I like about this intention behind the big why as well, is that it really helps you and encourages you and invites you to go inward. And the work inward, I've told you already, is so important, so powerful. It really helps your transformation. And so I invite you to start now. If you haven't done it yet, connect to those desires deeply. You can create your vision board. You can just grab a magazine and see what are the images that are resonating with me, or if there are things that you know for sure you've been desiring, that you've been dreaming of. Just go on Google, print the image, put it on a vision board, on a big cardboard, and then start your vision board like that. So I want you to connect deeply to your desires. It's so important because it gives direction. The big why also encourages you inside the 6-month program, the Foundation Refinement Program, to practice. When you know why you're doing it, you know you must practice. Practice is the key to mastery, ladies. Imagine the best pianist in the world. How many times do you think he practiced his song? How many times do you think he or she practiced in order to go on stage and get the award of the best pianist in the world or whatever? It takes practice. Practice is the key to mastery. To master the language, to master your speech, your words, your expressions, your sentences, the way you express yourself, your energy in English, in order to be you in English. Practice is the key to mastery. So that's why we create inside our safe environment all these opportunities to practice. Because it's really by speaking, and you know how English is more round in the mouth? Then it's important to practice in order to place the words correctly in your mouth. Because it is challenging. We don't use the same muscles. We don't speak the same way as in French. The French is a little bit more here. We don't really notice because we speak French from day one, but English will be more round, so you have to practice. And not only practice, but to be corrected. If no one ever corrects you, then how are you going to know you're not pronouncing it well? So that's why it's important to be accompanied, to have a coach who helps you with pronunciation, who helps you with the different structure, like, oh, what you said was good, like I understood, but it's better to say it this way. You know? So practice is so important, and you have to be willing to practice when you embark a 6-month adventure with us. Now, I'm talking about the 6-month program. Earlier, I talked about the oral comprehension and being able to express yourself and have a conversation with short sentences and whatnot. But if you are starting from zero, or if you want to start from zero, we have another intensive program for you. So if that's the case, you can send me a DM, envoie-moi un message sur Messenger, Andrea et LAVMB, and tell me that you want to start from zero, and then I'll tell you about the other English training. No worries about that. All right? So for me, I told you in day one how magical 2024 was, and how the transformation that I experienced throughout 2024 really brought this huge shift in my life and this huge transformation in my identity. And frankly, and I wrote that in my post on December 31st, like 2024 was a magical year, the most magical year for me, for all the reasons that I explained on Monday, and a lot of other reasons as well. Now, the brand new foundation and refinement was created in that energy. And 2025, there's so much more magic coming. I have so many ideas for us, and there are things that are going to be happening, which what we call the back end, okay? Ça va arriver, ça va se passer en backstage. What does that mean? It means that not everybody from the big community of l'anglais, votre meilleur bagage, sur la page professionnelle de l'anglais, votre meilleur bagage, not everybody will be aware of it. There are amazing things coming up, and it's going to happen in the backstage, in the back end. Manon qui dit pure beginner, it's a great program. Yes, Manon, thank you for that. It is quite amazing. Je viens de sortir d'un appel de graduation avec une d'entre elles notamment, puis c'était tellement beau. Yes, so 2025, I always say the best is yet to come. That's my vibe. If 2024 was the most magical year for us, imagine 2025. I'm so excited. Now this year, l'anglais, votre meilleur bagage, on va célébrer 9 ans. C'est notre anniversaire, 9 ans. So it will be happening in the fall semester. We are so excited, and we're excited we're going to meet the whole team together as well to celebrate that. Now, big things are coming. And I invite you to come in this brand new frequency. I invite you to just feel and dive in and just to dip in. Dip, ça veut dire se tremper, right? Yes, I would be honored to see you in there. And once again, If you want the link for registering to Foundation Refinement, just send me a DM. If you want to attend the Q&A tonight, Q&A and Shop with Me session tonight, 5:30, that's when I will announce the big winner. Send me your email address in DMs, LAVMB. So I will be sending you an invitation with the Zoom link inside, okay? Now you can still participate to the contest by sharing the Facebook Live, and you can write what resonated the most for you in the Facebook Live. And then you share that, you come back under here, you tell us the same because we want to see. You can tag me, you can say, I have shared, and then your name will be in the hat. However, at 4 p.m. today, I don't look anymore, okay, at who shared and who participated, because that's when I put all the names. I will write one by one all your beautiful names, and then I will... Oh, yes, I see a message from Alanza. And then I will put your name in the hat, all right? So then I can't wait to announce the big winner. Now, once again, tonight's Q&A and Shop With Me session, just if there are questions that I did not answer throughout the Facebook Lives, it's a great opportunity to come and connect with me. It will be a beautiful moment. I'm inviting you in my house, 5:30 p.m. or tomorrow, 1 p.m. All right. If you want the podcast links of the podcast episodes that I have talked about earlier, you can request them by tagging me and telling me what you need in the comments. So I will be able to send you those as well. And we have different episodes on YouTube now where you actually see me. You don't just hear me, but you see me. So you can explore. Once again, take the time today, tonight, tomorrow to just go and see how the method clicks for you. And any questions, come tonight. It will be a beautiful moment. I just can't wait to see you in person, face to face. And then, of course, the way I want to close, because today is the grand finale, the way I want to close this Facebook Live, I just want to remind you that what you are manifesting in your life is also manifesting you. So stay connected to that energy, stay connected to LAVMB. And as for me, I will see you tonight, 5:30 on Zoom. Bye, ladies. Have a good weekend.